Hey, what's going on, everybody? Cool, Jamie here, and I just wanted to make this video. It's not anything that it's not gonna be part of one of my main series. Just one of those random videos that I do on occasion, and this one I have to talk about because I know a lot of you guys that are subscribed to me are from Garden City, where I live, Garden City, and that means you probably graduated from Garden City High School. So I'm making some of you guys are even still in the high school as I'm making this video. So I thought that I would make this video just to kind of put my 2 cents in something that's been going on quite a bit lately. It just started Monday, and it is now Wednesday, and this video will probably go up either late at night on Wednesday, May 17th, or Thursday morning at 10 o'clock, like most of my videos go up at on May 18th. Um, but yeah, I wanted to talk about this because, like I said, a lot of you guys either go or are graduated from GCHS. And if for those of you who haven't gone to Garden City High School, it's not the greatest school of all time. I'll admit that. It's got a lot of issues, administration problems. The building's completely falling apart. The teachers, a lot of the teachers there don't actually try to help the students. They just kind of go through the motions to get a paycheck. The school administrators, they're not the greatest people in the world. The school system as a whole isn't the greatest, but it, I mean, I it's not that I didn't mind going there. There was, like I said, there's a lot of problems, but it's where I went to school at, and it's my high school. And once you graduate high school, that's your high school. You don't say you're usually not ashamed of the high school you went to. And even if you are, you'll say that when somebody asks what high school did you graduate from, you'll be like, I graduated from Garden City High School. And then you'll probably say, like, unfortunately, or if you're like me, you'll be like, oh yeah, I graduated from Garden City High School. Like, I don't make a big deal out of it, but it's not the greatest place in the world. I know that, but this whole thing that's been going on has made the local news, which I will get into very shortly. But basically, what it is that they're early on Monday, that not I wouldn't say early, but Monday during the school day, bedbugs were found on a student, and normally this would be if you were with my class at least, because my class we really didn't give a shit. Um, Class 2016, we were just kind of like, you know what, we've been through this for 4 years, and it's like the worst stuff has happened in our lifetime at our time in the high school. And I know maybe this may sound weird considering I graduated literally only a year ago, but it's true. Like, my class didn't really care about much that happened in the school. We just got involved to get involved. I hit my mic there, but we just got involved to get involved. We didn't try and make up some massive controversies and theories for stuff that happened. We just were kind of like, okay, this happened. If the school does something about it, well, that's a first. There's a first time for everything, right? Um, that was my class. But this new generation and classes of students, you got the class of 2017 that'll be graduating in the next 3 weeks. You've got the class of 2018, class of 2019, class of 2020 that are currently in the high schools right now. And this generation of children are they're they like to make things worse than they actually are. And when it comes to school, if something controversial happens, they try to construe the truth to try and make everything look like it's terrible. And they do this because they want to try and get out of work. They want to make as many excuses as they can to try and get out of school early. They want to. They just don't want to do their work. And if they don't, when you don't do your work, you get sent to this place, Cambridge. And Cambridge, I'll get into later in this video because there's some controversy going on with that too. But back to the bedbugs thing. There was bedbugs found on a student on Monday morning, and I'm gonna read off the article here, much like I did with my a few other videos. This is an article from the local Detroit news, Fox 2 News, one of the local news stations. I don't think Channel 4 has reported on this, which is another local station. I think Fox 2 News is the only local station that's actually reported on this. Hold on. Sorry about that. But I'm going to read the article exactly as it's written out. So whatever I read, just assume that there's quotes on it. So it starts off, some students at Garden City High School spent the day at home after reports of bedbugs spread through the halls. That just kind of proves how I don't want to say, like, I'm not afraid of offending anybody, but I don't want, there's words that I want to use that I don't necessarily want to use in this video, but I'm going to anyway. This just proves how big of wimps the kids at the high school are nowadays. My class, we would have just been like, you know what, we'll go to school. If our parents don't let us, well then, fuck it, right? I mean, I would have tried to stay home just because I was that person, but a lot of the other people, my parents wouldn't let me, and a lot of the other students in my class, they probably would have gone to school just because it was our senior year, and we were just like, you know what, let's just get through the year. Goes on to say the concern started on Monday when the school said they found one bedbug. One singular bedbug, one whole bedbug on one student. So, just another one to prove my fact that people construe the truth to make it look like it's worse than what it actually is. Because if you guys don't know, I work within the school system of Garden City, so I do have the inside scoop on a lot of things that have happened. I'm not going to give out a lot of that information, but I will put my 2 cents in based off of that information. And what I was told from my boss, who works directly with the school system, and then transfers exactly what they said onto us with a statement that the school system wrote, said that it was just one bedbug. So this is true. But when I go on Facebook and Twitter and I go on Instagram and all that stuff, by the way, you can follow all those links in the description below, just saying. I just see all these people from GCHS, freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and even quite a few seniors are like, they're claiming that they're saying bed bugs. They're saying that there was numerous bed bugs. They're putting bugs as plural, as in more than one. Where the truth is, there was just one bed bug on one student. Goes on to say, according to the Garden City Director of Student Services, Rosemary Gross, they started cleaning. Miss Gross was a former assistant principal for GCHS, just so you guys know, so she knows exactly what's been going on there for a while. The administration had our cleaning crew do thorough. What in the fuck? The administration had our cleaning crew do a thorough cleaning of the classroom. Sorry, my bad, I read that wrong. And all the common areas in the school. And I know the cleaning crew. The cleaning crew comprises of the best janitors that we have and is manned by the greatest janitor known to mankind. Everybody knew him. I'm really good friends with him. He comes to my work on occasion. He's like the head janitor, I guess you can say, of like all the janitors at the other schools. He's really cool. And he's been trusted by the city to man this team and whatnot. It goes on to say, despite their efforts to scrub, it didn't stop the rumors from flying on social media. On Wednesday, a few hundred students stayed home from school. Wednesday being today, people stayed home from school because of one bed bug. Just one singular bed bug. That includes Kathy Wilson's granddaughter, who said she was afraid she could get them. Kathy Wilson, this is a quote from Kathy Wilson. Oh my lord, she didn't want to be here. She was afraid she was going to get them, Wilson said. Um, I, I'm just going to give my opinion and break this down more at the end of the video. Well, at the end of this little section of the video, because there's a lot to go through. I mean, I'll sprinkle my opinions in here and there, but I'm just going to kind of read through it. Meanwhile, at school, those in attendance were subjected to something else, lockdown, which is a lie. The school actually never went into lockdown. They just said that, and it wasn't really a lockdown, but it was a lockdown in a sense because the kids were forced to stay in their rooms, but it wasn't actually a lockdown. They put us in lockdown. This is a quote. They put us in lockdown in second hour. None of us knew. Nobody would tell us anything. We had a student get called out of our class, and the student came back down and said, I need to get my clothes. He said 2 more students got found with bedbugs in our school, said Senior Julian Martinez. Don't know who that is. 2 students were brought down confidentially to a classroom and checked out. Authorities said they didn't find anything. So the school actually called people down who were suspected to have bedbugs on them, but nothing was actually found. They say that 2 students got found with bedbugs on them within the school, but I don't believe that, considering this is a student from the school. I'm not saying they're lying. I'm just saying personally I don't believe it, because teens nowadays will do anything to get that one moment, that their 15 seconds of fame, and be on the news and they'll say anything to get on the news. More quotes. There were no bedbugs, no bedbug bites, and no students were sent home, which proves that there were no bedbugs actually on the students. That proves that quote could be entirely false, and it is what I was saying, people making up making the story worse than what it actually is. Another quote, they told a couple of parents that it's a senior prank, and I'm a senior. It was no prank, Martinez said. Okay, that is straight up bullshit. Not the whole prank part, because it could have easily been a senior prank. Don't get me wrong. But when this person says that just because they're a senior and they didn't know what the senior prank was, that is straight up bullshit. Not the fact that they don't know that if it was a senior prank, but because when I was a senior, I did not know about the senior prank until it actually happened. What happened in my senior year was the student council for the seniors. The senior student council got together themselves, and they got the entire senior class together to plan out the senior prank. And me and my friends were not aware of this meeting because the student council for the seniors were all the quote unquote cool and popular people, and they only chose the cool and popular people, and they were hoping that they would spread the message along, which none of them did. So them saying that just because they didn't know it was a prank because they're a senior means that it was their actual bedbugs. Which, like I said, is bullshit, because I didn't even know what my senior prank was. Lo and behold, it was half of my senior class spraying silly string in the senior hallway. So it wasn't the greatest senior prank ever, I'll admit that, but like I said, I wasn't involved in it. Fox 2's Charlie Langton was told that the only way to tell if there are bedbugs in the school would be to get the bedbug sniffing dog, which is exactly what's about to happen. We will have a dog come out and check the rooms. The school said, that was a quote from Miss Gross. The school says that it will do whatever it takes to get rid of bedbugs if there really is more than one found in the school. And sorry about that sniff. I've been a little sick lately, but that's the end of that article. And what this article led me to believe was that the students are like I said, misconstruing and overreacting everything when the truth is right in fucking front of them. There was one bedbug reported and confirmed. Just because there was one bedbug reported and confirmed, people are missing school because they were afraid that there were more bedbugs. All this means is that the student that had the bedbug, whether it was if it was a senior prank, good job, you made the whole school get all sorts of fucked up. But if it wasn't a prank, that just means that student lives in conditions where bedbugs can thrive. Bedbugs can get on them, which, if you guys don't know, is a messy room, a filthy bed, or / a bed with no sheets, which is why you should always put sheets on your bed. And yeah, so just like I said, just because of one, I'm gonna keep going back to this because it's stupid. One confirmed bedbug made the entire school think. Not the entire school, because I know there are people who don't believe. I go to school. I don't go to school anymore, but I know people who go to GCHS still. I'm still really good friends with them, and a lot of them believe that it was just the one bedbug and that there are no more. Now, if there are more to be found and there's like a whole colony of these living in the school, I will eat my words. I will say that I was wrong and apologize, and not apologize, but I will come out and say that I was wrong, that there were actual bedbugs and a good amount of them to have the school shut down and fumigated to get rid of these bedbugs. But until I see hard proof and evidence that there was more than one bedbug in the school, I'm going to be inclined to believe that most, if not all of these student claims are fake and are just trying to get attention for that 15 seconds of fame. Now, what kind of ties into this whole controversy is somebody on Snapchat. By the way, I have a Snapchat too. You can go follow me at CoolMamajama33. But, anyways, I gotta plug all that stuff in anywhere I can get, right? But, yeah, so there was somebody who took a picture on Snapchat. I'm not gonna name any names, but they claimed that with all the bedbug business going on at GCHS, they swear that Cambridge, a place where kids can do drugs and bring guns to school, is much better. Now, I don't know where this kid got their information from, but I know plenty, and I mean plenty, of people that went to Cambridge. I'm still really good friends with some of those people. I work with some of those people that went to Cambridge, and I can tell you this, based off of my experiences within Cambridge. I never went to Cambridge. I'll clear that up right now. I never had to go to Cambridge for school. But I have been in Cambridge during their school hours. According to all of my friends who went to Cambridge, their accounts, and the fact that I work within the school system and know exactly what goes on with all of the other schools, I know for a fact that is completely and utterly bullshit. Now, as people who do drugs in Cambridge, yes, that's a fact. There's a lot of people in Cambridge that do drugs, and that has been proven. People who bring drugs to school have been caught numerous times. But you are not allowed to bring guns to school. That doesn't matter where you go. You're not allowed to bring guns to school. You will be caught you'll more likely be caught, especially at Cambridge, because Cambridge, according to all of my sources, like that I said 30 seconds ago, they have monthly drug and weapon searches, and those found with drugs and with weapons get taken out of the classroom and either get fined or arrested in some way, shape, or form. Now, is that to say that everyone gets caught? No. There are more than likely one or two people throughout the school year that will get away with bringing in a weapon to school, or will get away with bringing drugs into the school. But saying that everybody in Cambridge does drugs and can bring weapons and guns into the school is complete and total bullshit. I like I said, I don't know where this person got their information from, I guess you can say, but none of that applies to Cambridge. Cambridge's school is not much different than GCHS. What Cambridge is a place where students go when either they drop out of school and they can't re-enroll back into the high school. They'll go to Cambridge. Students who are too far behind on their high school credits will go there to try and make up those credits and hopefully be able to get back into the high school. And if not, they can still graduate from Cambridge. Students who have medical problems, who have missed who cannot physically go to the high school, they go to Cambridge for special classes. And then there are just those people who just refuse to do their work. They got sent to Cambridge, and that's where they'll probably either graduate or drop out, depending on how they clean up their act. People mistake Cambridge as a place where deadbeat dropouts go, and that is not true. Like I said, people who drop out, yes, they will more than likely go to Cambridge, but Cambridge is supposed to be a second chance, because Cambridge, they believe in second chances, which is why they exist. And Cambridge doesn't just cover Garden City. Cambridge covers places like Dearborn Heights, Detroit, Inkster, Westland, even I think Livonia. It has students from all these different cities that couldn't make it in normal high school that go there to be able to have a second chance and hopefully clean up their act. And if they can't clean up their act, well, then you're just fucked in life. There's not much I can say about that. Like I said, I've never been to Cambridge. I never would have wanted to go to Cambridge. But from my friends and what they have told me, Cambridge isn't as bad of a place as people make it out to be. The teachers the teachers help. They make it a goal to help. A lot of the teachers are well trained in certain things, like how to disperse arguments before they turn into fights, how to disperse fights, what proper action to take if there's a medical emergency. Hell, one of my friends said that one of the teachers was ex-military, for Christ's sake, and the principal is ex-military. So to say that they're allowing people to bring in drugs and guns into school without any repercussions is completely bullshit. That's just my 2 cents in it. I'm gonna stop talking about this subject because I know the backlash for this is already gonna be massive. If any of you people from Garden City watch it when this stuff is happening, I will be posting this on all my social media links, so Facebook, Twitter, maybe Instagram. I don't know. I don't use Instagram as much as I should. I don't use Instagram at all, actually. I barely use Snapchat. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Please post in the comments what you guys think about the situation below. If you're from Garden City, if you graduated from Garden City, even if you're not even part of the city, hell, even if you're one of my international subscribers, because I know I've got plenty of you guys from like Britain, Canada. I've even got some of you guys from Russia. So if you guys want to put your 2 cents into it, go right ahead. I'm not excluding anybody from the conversation. Have your own debates and whatnot. I just don't try to turn anything into an actual argument, because I will probably step in and handle it. So yeah, I'd like to hear what you guys think about this whole thing. So yeah, leave a like if you guys did enjoy this video. Also subscribe if you are a new watcher and have not seen any of my videos yet. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Stay cool, you guys. See ya.